And Alex, something that we talked about earlier in the show was that this game possibly cemented Tom Brady as the greatest of all time. And so, what I want to bring to you with our first statement is that this season, switching teams, proving that he doesn't need Bill Belichick, going to a totally new scenario, totally new offense, and not only win this championship game, but also making the Super Bowl. This has cemented Tom Brady as the greatest of all time.
I think that is A, disrespectful to Tom Brady, B, disrespectful to GOATs, and C, did he need any more proving? Like, what more did we need to see out of this man? He's been to the Super Bowl 9 times.
Mm-hmm.
He's won six of them. He's got MVPs. He's got Super Bowl MVPs. He is he's everything you'd ask for out of a GOAT, out of the greatest player. Like when you talk about Jordan being the GOAT, you wish that he was, a little more charismatic or a little more friendly to the media or a little more marketable, at least
Mm-hmm.
when he was playing. I think they've done a really good job of marketing him after, his playing career is over. But Tom Brady did not need any extra. But if you want to sit here and say that this season and this ability to switch teams, switch offenses, bring all his knowledge over to a new place, implement it at a different, just in a different system than that Patriot system. If you think he needed that to cement himself, then yeah, he cemented himself. But he's 100% already the GOAT. I think this is going to do wonders for him in separating himself against an eventual Pat Mahomes bum rush up the backside there. But no, I mean, sure it cemented it, but I don't think it needed to be cementing. So that's that's my
Gotcha.
lukewarm sell on it.
See, with this one, it's tough because you, I kind of refrained from making the argument. I did like to, but as I kind of took away if I bias Ross here, since I have a kind of unnecessary disdain for Tom Brady, just because mostly because of the Patriots. To be honest, I just mostly didn't like the Patriots. Took that out on Tom Brady, and through the bias, I was always putting Joe Montana ahead of him. He's this guy won four Super Bowls, MVPs, all these offensive players of the years, all these All Pros and stuff like that, all these stats, this dynasty in the 80s and 90s and stuff like that. But if you actually take a step back and just unbiasedly look at these two careers, Tom Brady is clearly better than Joe Montana. And he's done it with less talent than what Joe Montana had. Tom Brady's never had. He had Randy Moss, but that wasn't the Randy Moss. He's had Gronk, but that wasn't a Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice, the greatest wide receiver of all time. He didn't have that, and there's also a lot of people that like to take away because they just blame it on Bill Belichick and stuff like that. But he's clearly proven that he doesn't need them. Tom Brady was probably the go before this, but this takes away all arguments against the man. He is undoubtedly the greatest quarterback to ever play this game. And as you like to say, Alex, it's not close. At least not
It's not
anymore.
close, not close at all.